up, my man?
Hello.
How's it going?
Here with
The boy Jack.
the boy Jack. Real name Adam. How do you pronounce the last name?
Rincon.
Rincon.
You gotta roll your R's to say it.
Hell yeah. Tell us about your early life. Where are you from?
Born and raised Houston, Texas.
Hell yeah.
January 4th, Capricorn. You know what I'm saying?
When did you know you wanted to start doing music? Give me the exact date, time, location.
Date and time, location. When I wanted to do music is very different than when I started my pursuit in just music in general.
Yeah. Give me both. When did you?
Well, I could, as far as I could remember, I was always that little kid dancing to Michael Jackson back in 2009.
Yeah.
You know, the Wii game. I always had that playing with my friends, my family and stuff. And I love dancing at first, but then again, I was a young kid. I didn't really know much of what I was doing. Just whatever,
having fun.
Whatever beat flowed through my blood, that's the way my body moved, you know. And then, let's see, I would say I really began in music around middle school. That's when I joined my middle school band and everything. I was in percussion.
Yeah.
I was actually a trumpet player for like 2 weeks, and then I realized, nah, this not for me. Then I got into middle school band. I played percussion. Went into high school, and I think that's where my game really elevated because, you know, when you get into high school, everyone there is better than you, especially at the time when I went in.
Yeah.
Going as a freshman, everybody in there above me, upperclassmen, they were always, like, better than me. So I'm like, y'all cold. And then, like, they all
motivated you to do better, get to their level, beat them even.
They all came from different places, so, you know, the different background jointed into one, like, definitely, like, okay, like, this is how you do this, or this is your mental frame for this, and this is how you do that. And then, really, I would say around the start of when I started wanting, because I never wanted to, like, I'm not really a rapper.
Yeah.
I would label myself as a producer. First.
Yeah. Yes.
I would say my pursuit for that began right around my sophomore year. And I have a perfect example. So me and my friend, his name was Richard. Shout out Richard. Back in high school, in freshman year, our big thing was, like, we were always into Bones, Suicide Boys, Xavier Wolf. Like, that's the music we were into, just real, like hard beats, but then it would go from hard to mellow. It's like, you know, the thing between the two. And I remember he said he downloaded, he's like, hey, man, I want to download a software to make beats. And I was like, oh, that seems cool. Yeah. And I was like, I don't have a computer that, you know, would be capable of that, but let me see. Shortly after that, we really put that away for a minute. Then I got into, like, DJing. Oh. Not really DJing, but, like, you know, Houston born native. You got to chop and screw some stuff. Yeah. So that definitely became that. And so then later on, I had a friend in band who had this computer software, which we all know is FL Studio. Yeah. And I was like, yo, this is cool. Whatever beat she had on there was cool. Her name's Maya. Shout out Maya. She told me about the software, and I was like, you know what? Let me look it up. Because at first, I didn't know what a software. I didn't know you needed a software to make beats. I went on Google and put beat maker. It brought me up to some website with pre-made drum loops and melodies. I was like, you just drag and drop, and then there's a beat. But it's like one of those wacky doodle beats. Like, it wasn't nothing like too fancy. So she ended up helping me download the software, and it was really off from there. I mean, I had my percussion teacher in high school. He actually gave me, like, a MIDI controller. Ooh. He gave me a MIDI controller, like, with the keys on it, the little pads and everything. He didn't give me one, but it was it was Thanksgiving break, my sophomore year. Yeah. Is when he gave it to me. He said, you can borrow it for the break. Nice. And I didn't give it back till after I graduated.
Oh, but you gave it back.
Yeah. Okay. I ended up giving it back to him.
Okay.
But, I really appreciate him. Shout out Mr. Lopez for really, like, letting me borrow that.
Yeah, that's sick.
No, yeah, he let me hold that for a minute, and I really went lengths with that. It lasted me, 2-3 some years.
So Mr. Lopez let you borrow his MIDI keyboard. What'd you do with that? What'd you make?
So I made, like... Honestly, when he gave me that MIDI keyboard, I was still pretty fresh to FL Studio. I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, I'm talking up, it looks like a cockpit. Like, I don't know anything about these knobs, these buttons. So
it gets confusing.
Instinctively, I just, okay, well, if I put click this, click that, that does this, that, and of course I make a drum pattern with the standard 808 kick, 808 hat, 808 slap. I mean, it was the most basic sounds, but no, I would say I got into real like ambient soundtracks after that, because of course, you know, a lot of my inspirations, you know, coming from like underground, like not underground, but like SoundCloud. Yeah. You know, they embraced like freedom in music, freedom in creation. Yeah. They weren't really stuck on like, oh, this is standard, or like, no, they just created whatever. So I really took, you know, appreciation to that, because, you know, people not afraid to create. Exactly. And then, so no, yeah, I mean, ever since then, I just been grinding away, trying to like create something new, something unheard, like that you would never predict. Like, to me, music isn't really just about what you hear, more so about what you feel. Yeah. And that correlates to life. It's all about just the emotions. Yeah, not man. Necessarily. It's really just that. And yeah, man, I just been.
Bro, he's making my job real easy. He's answering all my questions before I even ask them. You've gone through 3 questions that I would have asked. You're talking perfect. I don't need to be here. Just let me just step out. You just talk for 40 minutes and I'll just upload that. Yes, sir. How about this? So your sound right now, I personally really enjoy it. There's nothing out. You haven't put anything out. Yeah. On SoundCloud, on Spotify.
There's nothing out. As far as rap goes, you know, as far as writing songs and everything.
No, even production. Do you have any beats out?
Technically, yes. Okay. Technically, yes, but they're years old.
Okay. But the stuff that he's played for me, I really, really enjoy. Yes. We'll just be in the car. He'll blast that shit, and I'll be just vibing out. You'll have to check back on me to see if I'm sleeping or not, because I'm just floating. But when did you get to that point? Or was it like a gradual increase in your skills and abilities, or was it like one day it all just clicked for you and you were like, oh, this works with this works with that? Because I know music theory wise, you learned that from high school. Yeah. So that was the skill. But I'm talking about in terms of that sound, that vibe.
Well, really, I would say I can say the ambience, but then yet again the hard driving, bouncy drums in my beats. I would definitely say I get a lot of my melody inspiration just from ambiance itself. I would say like very synthy, very synthy. I wouldn't say eerie, but you know, I would say space sounds.
But so I'm saying, like, when did you hit that? Because was that the first thing you started working on?
That was really like the first thing. Oh, gotcha. Because really, I'm not so much to be like, oh, like, this has to be this certain way and I want to do this way, because really I'll load up FL Studio and just press every key, and whatever my ear likes that's what I go with. So
just go down the piano roll. Really, like, I'm
literally I'm like whatever sounds works, and it's just like whatever catches my eye. But I would say like my space sounds, like, I want to say this on record, that inspiration just purely comes from Houston itself.
Of course.
Because ever since
Space City.
Exactly, yeah. Ever since I was a kid, I was obsessed. I was that one kid in school obsessed with like NASA and space and rockets and astronauts. So like, just naturally, I've, you know, attracted to like space and stuff. So I wanted space sounds. So like that's really where all that came from. Just the ambience of like, you know, like how you would look up at the stars, you kind of look around and you, where am I type thing. Like, that's what I want my music to feel like. I'll be like, where are you type thing. Like,
follow-up question to that is going to be, what movies have affected that? Because we're talking movie soundtracks, like, that's obviously the goal, is to be a Hans Zimmer, be a Ludwig Göransson, you know, be one of those, creating, you know, putting your style into these epic movie soundtracks that millions of people are gonna watch. I feel like, you know. So, what would you say? There are any movies that affected you? Any sci-fi movies? Any space movies?
Most definitely. I don't mean to sound pretty cliche here, but I would definitely say Star Wars.
Oh classics.
John Williams, I think his name. John Williams. I really like that. And Ludwig's, all his compositions on every movie that he touches. Yeah. Man, it's crazy. I remember specifically there was this one beat in the Black Panther movie where it was right after It was the first Black Panther movie. I think there's only one. My bad. I must be tripping.
No, there's 2 Black Panther movies, but the first one was a soundtrack that Kendrick did.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So there was this beat that had played right after the scene where like he gave her the coffee in the museum, I think, and she collapsed.
Yeah.
And there was this beat that played, and I was like, holy hell. Like, that beat was crazy. And I'm just like, I want to make something like this. Like, this just sounds crazy.
Yeah.
So definitely I'd say, like, really just Star Wars maybe, and really just that. Like, I was never really one to, like, listen to a soundtrack off of a movie.
Gotcha.
But, like, if I heard it, then that's what I like.
Yeah. You know what? I got some for you then. There's this Russian director, Andrei Tarkovsky. He is considered the father of sci-fi movies because I don't know if you've heard of Stalker, the movie. It's from like the 70s. He's like a great director, one of the greats. But Stalker is considered one of like the first sci-fis. His movies are great, but the soundtrack specifically, so creepy, so eerie, super spacey. Because then he did Solaris too, which is based on another classic book, another classic movie. There was an American remake that sucked, but all those soundtracks, I feel like you'll fuck with it. So I'll send you those soundtracks. Listen to those. Just incredible, yes, incredible, and they got that vintage sound to them, like you're playing them because they're from like the 70s, the 60s and 70s. Yeah. So they got that vintage soundtrack sound to them, like you're playing them on the record player. So I'll send you those. See what you think about that.
No, yeah, most definitely. Thank you.
And then the next question I had was: you stuck with this sound. Do you expect to venture into different sounds?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. Do you have any plans now? Do you have any short-term, long-term plans on new things that you want to get into?
Honestly, it's crazy you just mentioned that because literally, I'm talking hours ago, last night.
Oh shit!
Yeah, last night.
I'm in this man's head.
Yeah, last night, as a matter of fact, it's on my phone. I made my first house techno beat.
Ooh, that I gotta hear.
That's something I want to get into for sure.
Yeah.
But no, yeah,
because that's also a pretty big scene in Houston.
Yes,
I mean Houston's nightlife is vast. They got everything. They got hardcore, they got techno, they got house, they got everything.
Yes.
So that's real sick that you're venturing into that.
Yeah, and I would say, I want to say this on record. I'm always open to like new ideas, new sounds. Like I'm never one to cut something out.
Yeah, of course.
I'm probably the most experimental person you'll ever meet. Like I always like know that if there's a certain sound and a certain way to do something, even if it doesn't like catch your ear, if it doesn't catch your ear at first, you would just trust in your abilities to make it the best possible thing. I'm talking like, there's masses of creativity out there to the point where someone will make a beat out of that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's crazy.
My favorite example of that is JPEG Mafia did a song where he literally sampled a pen clicking.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
So hard because it kind of sounds like a hi-hat, right? Like when you click it.
Yeah.
But because it's super fast, it's clicking, like it adds a vibe to it. It sounds like an instrument, but it's literally a pen clicking.
Yeah.
And he does that a lot with a lot of his songs. But there's so many people that'll sample stuff. I know there are artists that like almost exclusively do stuff with their mouth. Mm-hmm. Like they not recreate, but they like all their instruments are noises they make with their mouth, and then they put that in the drum pad and they make beats. So for sure, there's a lot of examples of that.
No, yeah, most definitely, yeah.
So you were in band. How many instruments do you play?
Do I play currently? Pretty much close to none, other than piano when you're making beats.
Of course.
But instruments that I did play, I mean, really just the whole percussion catalog. I mean,
list them, flex on them a little.
Marimba, xylophone, bass drum, triangle, snare drum, marching snare drum, marching bass drum. What else we got on there? Cretalis. I mean, that's really into like marimba, xylophone. You can play this very easily. Timpani, steel drum. I think that's really where it ends.
Those are all the things you could play. I mean, you still got muscle memory. You could pick it up again.
No, yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
You don't lose that skill.
I still throw down with the sticks, most definitely. Hey.
So I know you said you like to just open up FL Studio and click through the keys and see what sounds good. But before that, you got to pick the sound, pick the instrument. Mm-hmm. How do you pick that? How do you go through that? Is it just sitting for hours sounding through instruments? Or?
Really, 100% honest, it's whatever vibe I'm on that day.
Yeah.
And
no, but I'm saying, like, how do you get access to those instruments?
Oh, okay. So,
like, let's say you're feeling a synth. You're feeling an eerie, creepy synth. Well, how do you find the synths that you wanna click through and you wanna hear?
Well, I mean, it's really just, opening your VSTs and whatever you have in there. I mean, I'd say not my go-to, but definitely one of the ones I use a lot is Flex. It's just a stock VST.
Yeah. I've clicked through that. That one's fun.
FL Studio. I mean, just the sounds in there are crazy, and I really just go through that all the time and just whatever. I mean, I don't really have a set way of like how I do it or what I do it. Like I said, I'm just really like just open the laptop and just whatever.
Yeah, got you. I guess I was more asking like, okay, so that VST is great. Like, I also really like that VST.
Yes.
How do you find other VSTs like that or other sound libraries, or do you just stick to Flex?
Honestly, how I find most of them, YouTube Shorts.
Okay.
Yeah, or like Instagram, or because your Explorer page, it's all producer. Like
that
I'll get like a whole bunch of like mixed tips and VSTs, a lot of like, just stuff like that. It's really how I find them. And then if there's like an artist or a producer that comes out with one, I'll look into it.
Yeah.
So this is really.
So that reminds me, I wanted to ask, because I know you talk a lot about watching producer videos or beat making videos. How much would you say of your time researching is that? Like, is it a lot? Like, that's what you spend a lot of your time learning from? Is it more you're just freestyling, you're on your own shit? What percentage?
I would definitely say I don't really know the amount of time that I spend. I just know the effect that it has on what I create. I mean, I would say...
No, that's not good enough. I need an exact hour, minute, second. How long have you spent watching these videos? I need stats.
Forever. I mean...
Okay, no, but you can talk effect. Was it a big effect?
It definitely was.
Yeah,
it definitely was. I mean, because when you watch those producers like make beats on live or make beats on YouTube or whatever.
That's what I was gonna ask next. Are you watching these live videos where they're sitting there for hours doing it, or do you watch the YouTube videos where they're like speaking, like walking you through it like a tutorial, or is it 50-50, both?
It's really 50-50. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It's really here and there. I mean, case by case, but
because I've watched some lives and they're fun to watch, but you gotta like, if you're not paying attention the whole time, you'll lose out. But then it's also hard to stay, paid attention for hours. And then, so it's really nice to just pull up a YouTube video, but then you probably miss a lot of the magic that goes into creating something from scratch. Because on a YouTube video, they're just showing you, do this, do that.
Yeah. No, yeah. I know definitely that, I got to give thanks to all those producers who, upload their creations on YouTube. That's not even just creations, but creative process.
Exactly, yeah.
Because, I really like to embrace the fact that, like, you'll hear the best record, best beat of all time, and you'll love it. You'll fall in love with it, but you'll never know how it was made.
Exactly, dude.
You'll never, like, see
all the
how...
details.
Yeah, like, you don't know, like... how stuff came about, and that's the beauty of art, just the creative process.
Yeah, I feel like context. A song isn't just a song. I hate people when they're like, it's just a song. It's not a song. It's a whole story. Yeah. Not just even in the song, but the context around the song.
Yeah.
How did the artist get to that song? And you got to think, an album has like 20 songs, and then an artist will have multiple albums. So how many stories are there? So yeah, I also really appreciate it when artists go out of their way to, or producers or artists or whoever post that story. So, who would you say has been your favorite? Do you have like a specific producer, YouTuber, live streamer that you want to recommend to people that they go watch?
As far as producers go, really one that's been in my loop as of lately, Turbo the Great.
Does he post often?
I don't think often, but I know that the content he has on there now.
Yeah.
Because the thing about his. It's like a vlog type beat. It's type beat. it's a vlog type video. See, goddamn, these beats be out of type beat. It's like a vlog type video where he'll be vlogging himself running through the store. Then he'll go from the store to the Maybach to the studio, and then he'll record all in the studio, and just like it shows like the creative, like the process, and you know what type of workflow he's in. I'd say that's an example.
While you're thinking of another example, I asked this because Benny X right now is doing that a lot.
Yes.
I don't watch his streams, but I get clips from it, and it's just them sitting there for hours just clicking, okay, instrument, instrument, and then he hears that one specific instrument, and he pops up, and he's like, stop, let's make a beat out of that.
Load it up.
And so I see the clips, so I see like, you know, a few seconds out of the hours that they spend doing this, and it's so fucking cool. So I wanted to see like, who are your favorites? Who are the people you watch?
I would definitely say, Baniacs being one of them, Turbo, and obviously you got to put Metro in there. Metro's the GOAT. Metro's the GOAT.
Has he done a movie soundtrack yet?
Yeah, Spider-Man.
I'm cutting that shit out, bro. Oh my god. I'm putting that shit out. That's not going in. That was amazing.
You gotta put the beep when you do
that. Oh shit. No, that's gonna cut the fuck out.
All right.
Metro, who else?
Metro, I would definitely say him. Who else? There's another Houston producer / artist. He used to go on Twitch and make beats live on Twitch.
Hell yeah.
Baby Cody. So yeah.
I wonder who that is.
I don't know. Yeah, man. He's crazy with it. But,
we're fucking around in case you guys don't know. Interview soon.
Stay tuned. But most definitely. I would say those guys. I mean, there's, I really just appreciate anybody who's willing to upload.
Does Mike Dean upload his stuff?
So I was gonna say him because he was actually gonna be my number one.
Yeah.
He was gonna be
he's great.
The GOATs. I mean, golly, his resume catalog from '80s Selena until now, man, it's just crazy. He actually did, he would, I think it was years ago, I would say 2020, when he dropped his album 420. Every soundtrack I wouldn't say every, but most of every soundtrack on there he made like on Instagram Live.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
And then he did that with his next album, which like one of my favorite songs like that on my album, like you're able to watch him making live, like he's on video like making. I just really appreciate that because like
has he uploaded those lives?
Oh yeah.
Okay, where are they? Do you know?
YouTube. You'll find them.
All right, let's talk fashion now. We've talked rap, we've talked music. Let's talk fashion. Walk us through your fit right now.
I mean, the fit isn't really nothing.
No, I like it, bro.
Yeah.
The docks, the loafer docks.
Yes, sir.
With the white socks.
Yeah, man.
We got the Gorp Core pants. Look at the stitching. Look at the details.
Yeah.
And then we got the Utopia shirt. Did you get the CD one or like the package thing?
Yeah, this shirt actually came from the box set.
What came with that? It came with the CD, the shirt.
The CD, the shirt. And the box.
Okay. I think
that's all it was.
Yeah, I got you.
No, yeah.
Tell us about the watch.
The watch, yes. This is a Tissot PRX. This is one of my first. Actually, it is my first like really venture into watch collecting. I would say everything I had before this watch was Casio, G-Shock or whatever this. So this one was really my first one that I got. Like
nice.
When I started, getting big boy money, I guess.
And then what's on the other wrist?
Just a simple bracelet, man.
Yeah.
I
like it.
I gotta put an engraving in here pretty soon.
It's not engraving now?
Nah.
Okay, yeah.
I got to.
Sick.
Yeah.
What's on the ears?
Rocks, man.
Rocks.
Come on, boulders.
You got anything on your neck?
I do, yes. I have 3, 2 plain, something light.
Yeah.
Just for the layer piece.
Exactly, yeah. Silver jewelry. I'm also a silver jewelry man, so I respect it.
Of course,
yeah.
Yes.
Tell us about the pants. Where'd you get the pants?
These pants, actually, where did I get these? Select Skate Shop.
There you go.
Over there, Westheimer.
Yeah.
They hooked it up. I got these pair, and then I got a black pair as well. But these, I was like, you know what? Let me venture out. I wear.
I like it.
My biggest thing is I'm an all black fit type of person.
For sure.
I'm not really one to wear yellow or red.
I get you.
That never resonates with me. I'm really one to wear, pretty primary colors, darker.
Yeah.
So,
got you. Let me all sniff.
What
cologne you wearing? I'm getting hints of cedar oak, some pine.
Definitely.
I have no idea what he smelled like. I'm not gonna lie.
No. Hey, you weren't far though.
I wasn't. Oh shit! What are you wearing?
I will say this. I can't give you the name. I'll give you the brand.
That's fine.
Mason Margiela.
Sick.
Gotcha.
Sick.
Yeah, no.
My nose is all clogged up, so I really can't smell shit. I haven't been able to smell since I got COVID like 2 years ago.
Really?
Swear to God.
Bruh,
it's gone.
COVID been messing people up.
Yeah, bro. Stay safe out there, boys.
Yes.
Okay, how about this? You got your current fit. What's your favorite fit?
Yeah, I have a favorite fit. Not my favorite fit, but my most experimental and outlandish fit.
And you have a picture of it?
Yes.
It's going right here.
Be right there. It was the fit I wore to the homies. My boy, longtime brother, Nick Isaiah's album release party. Shout out my boy. Yeah. Love you, man. I wore. What did I wear? I wore Lightning, the Jordan 4s Lightning, with camo cargo pants, a white tee, and a black Space Village puffer with yellow accents on it.
Yeah.
And then
I was there. I remember that one.
Yeah, I think it was St. Louis Cardinals fitted. What the icing on the cake.
Talk to us about your addictions.
Oh no!
How many perks have you dropped today? It is currently 8:24 a.m. How many Xanax deep are you?
No, I will say this. Well, no, if we're going on that question, I want to say this because I feel like, in this industry, it's standard to take drugs and pop pills and do all that. Never. I've never done it.
Never will.
I never will.
Stay clean.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not natural, why make it? Exactly. Why you gotta pop a pill? Why you gotta take a drug to make something sound good?
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I know people are gonna have their own stuff, but I'm really a big embracing staying off the drugs at least. I mean, you got
a little nicotine. That's fine.
Exactly. Yeah. It don't really do nothing to you, but no, I've never done really that stuff.
Gotcha.
I'm barely one to drink either. I don't drink very often.
I saw him snorting 4 lines before we started recording in the bathroom.
Nah, man. Never. Let's
talk about our longtime friend, your longtime collaborator,
yes,
Nick Isaiah.
The boy, man. He.
How did you two meet? Just you two, friend-wise?
Yeah.
And then how did you meet up again? I was there when they met up again for the music shit.
Yeah.
And then talk to us about what you guys have been doing since then.
So, me and Nick, I guess, technically met back in high school in band.
Got you.
But I've really known about him since forever. I mean, we went to the same elementary.
Oh, so we're talking childhood.
Yeah, we went to the same elementary and middle school, but even back then, I didn't really talk to him.
Yeah.
I just knew him. He was always the coolest person. Nah, that boy, he's the GOAT. And I would say we really didn't talking till high school, and even then I would say it's probably just like a, oh yeah, what's up, bro, down the hallway type thing. Yeah. You just walk him and dab him up and just talk here and there. But I would say definitely it came after high school, because he was 2 years he graduated 2 years before me.
Oh, you're young as shit.
Yeah.
I thought you were our age. What the hell?
Nah.
I didn't know that. Oh, you turned 21 this year.
Yeah.
I'm stupid as hell. I was there for his birthday.
Yeah. Bro. And, no, yeah, man.
He's got a mature vibe to him. That's all it is.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And, my mom says the same thing. Wow.
Yeah. Nah, it's real. Yeah.
And, I would definitely say, me and Nick, we met in high school. Our whole relationship in music definitely happened after high school.
Because y'all met up at a Dawn concert 2021.
Yeah.
At Houston. It was at Warehouse Live.
Yeah.
We were waiting outside. I think y'all had said hi before the concert or during the concert.
Yeah.
But then it was after the concert. We were waiting outside the door that he would exit to see him. And I was waiting with him and you were somewhere else. And then Nick was like, oh, let me go talk to Jack. And then he left, and you guys talked for a while, and then he kept met up with us again later.
No, yeah, most definitely. That was definitely
that's where you guys reconnected.
We reconnected there, yes, in person. I would definitely say that we've talked previously before that. Just on. I think it was just a simple Snapchat. I would post something, and he slid up on it. Was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that. We talked over Snapchat for a while. I can actually vividly remember the day where he told me on Snapchat. He was like, yo, I just been heavily inspired lately, and I just want to get into music, and I see you making beats and stuff.
Nice.
So I'd be like, yeah, man, like, you know, let's work on something. Like, let's just bounce ideas.
Yeah.
And that didn't come to life till maybe months or even years later. I would definitely say post the Don Toliver concert.
Yeah.
And actually, the Don Toliver concert, it was kind of crazy because me and him still talk about it to this day, that it was pure fate, because we didn't plan on meeting.
No, yeah.
We didn't plan. Like, we literally just happened to be standing around in the same area, in the same crowd, at the same time. I turned around, I seen him, he seen me. He's like, yo, like, what's up, man? Like, yeah, how's it going? And we just talked and everything since then. We talked in that crowd for a long time until the music started blasting. And then, of course, like you mentioned, we met up outside.
Yeah. And
then it's really been history since then. I mean, our first time linking up, I think we went to go eat somewhere. And he was, like, really trying to get a feel for my vibe. And I was trying to get a feel for his vibe. And just what we're both trying to do. And then it's just been uphill ever since then.
It's connected. Talk to us about what you produced for his project.
Let's see. So I did the intro track on his project, Suburbia. The intro track, and I think it's the following track, which is Clouded. Track one,
first two.
Track 1 and 2, yes. It's crazy how the second track came about, because I vividly remember the day making that beat in my room, and I really just was making a beat, had no intentions of doing nothing with it. It was just a beat that I had until is when I met up with Nick, and I was just playing the beats, and that beat resonated with him. He's like, bro, I need this. And I was like, let's load it up.
That's how it is, man. The magic.
And I tell him this to this day, like, this beat was literally just going to be a beat. Like, if you hear the song, the beat's not crazy at all.
No, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's cool, but, you know, it's really just a simple hi-hat pattern and a clap and 808s. It's not really nothing crazy to it. It's just a simple, you know, mellow melody.
Yeah. But I think that gives space for an artist to hop on and rap all over it, which he did.
Most definitely, yes. And really, we just been grinding ever since then. Yeah. You know, he got his stuff out, you know.
Yeah. Let's talk about your stuff. Something in the works?
Definitely
I
something
know. I know. I'm not asking. I'm telling him you got something in the works.
Nah, most definitely, yes. As far as production goes, yes, heavily. As far as rap goes, most definitely, you know.
Give us a release date right now.
A release date right now?
Yesterday.
It's
already out. Nah.
I'll give you a release period. I'll
take that.
I didn't
think I was gonna get an answer at all, so I'll take a release period.
Latest winter this year, before the end of the year.
Yo, I didn't even know that. Okay, now I'm hyped. I thought you were gonna say like summer of next year. So I'm hyped. Yeah. I'm gonna be on his ass until he drops.
Cause
it'll be December 31st, and if he hasn't dropped,
oh my god, beat me up. No, yeah. Well, you know, I don't know what makes me gravitate towards the winter months and fall months, or really the end of the year.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the vibe.
Yeah, I mean, you go outside, it's cold, people got their fits on.
Yeah, the coats.
People want to play music, and I just feel like around that time it's so mellow and chill.
So chill, so beautiful.
You just want to...
Yeah, talk to us through your process about what you're making right now.
So my process and what I'm making right now, I would definitely say it's different than anything I've ever done previously. It's not really so much like, I mean, it definitely does have a form of traditional style as far as like arrangements and you know, not necessarily sound selections, but I really just got more experimental with it. Like, when I say experimental, I mean making something that a person normally wouldn't see a kid coming from my area would make. Not saying I'm from the trenches or nothing. Nothing like that at all. I'm not gonna claim that.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, I would say around my, like, you know, where I grew up and, you know, the stuff I was exposed to and people I was around, you know, it was always like trap music and you know, rap music. I've never been exposed to a crowd that embraced like indie or techno and house. Like, I've never been around that crowd.
Yeah.
So that is exactly what I'm trying to embrace. Like, that is exactly like really just creating something that, like, you know, you wouldn't expect no one to make,
yeah.
like coming from like, oh, like you made this, like it's just really stuff like that. But
got you. So you've been doing music in general for years, since high school band. You've been producing for years now. What would be your advice for anyone starting off, like right now? Let's say someone is 16 years old watching this, and they've been wanting to. Let's say they're in band, and they want to start making. They want to start making beats. They want to open up FL Studio. What advice do you have for them?
I mean, really, you know, watch YouTube videos. You know, watch YouTube videos, and just really just grind and perfect your craft. Because my come up, I never had a mentor. I'm self-taught in almost everything. Exactly. Almost everything I do. I taught myself how to do all this. And of course, there's imperfections here and imperfections there. Yeah. But really, just watch YouTube videos. Especially because when I started this back in like 2017, 2018, production, it was heavy, but it's nowhere near as heavy as it is now as far as producers go. You gotta produce almost every street corner, Yeah. They're everywhere, and I really love that. It's good for the community. Yeah, for sure.
Competition is good.
Yeah, exactly. It makes you want to be better.
Exactly.
But definitely, just watch YouTube videos, just grind, and and on top of all of that, I will say the number one thing is don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to create something like if you play this for your friends, they're not gonna like it because that's not their style. That's art. That's what makes you unique.
Exactly.
I'm a firm believer. I'm very spiritual as well. Yeah. So you also gotta think like, I don't know what the world population is now. We're around 8 billion.
Yeah. I think we
you gotta think like 8 billion on people on this earth. There's only one you. Why be like everybody else? Yep. Why drive? Why be in the same lane as everybody else when you could be you. You could be you, and that's what makes you unique. At the end of the day, like embrace that. Yep. Embrace your imperfections, because imperfections you'll find beauty. That's where art is. Art is beauty. Yeah. But it's also not in a way, because you could see the most gorgeous painting, but the artist painting that probably was in the worst headspace of his life while painting that. So
look at Van Gogh, right? Classic example.
Exactly.
Biggest example.
You there's not really a fix on it. I would definitely say don't be afraid to create, and don't be afraid to grow. Evolution is the key. Don't stay in one category. Don't stay in one genre. Example of myself, how I went from I wouldn't say trap, but basically little rap beats and trap beats here and there, to now I'm trying to get into techno and house. Really just not being afraid to create and not being afraid to evolve.
Well, that was it with Jack. Yes, learned a lot about him. Learned a lot about producing, about life. Yeah. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for talking to us.
Man.
Thank you for teaching. Yeah, for sure, yes, man. And I'll let you go. We got shit to do. He's got shit to do. He's got to get the project out by December.
December 31st.
December 30th?
Deadline.
Oh, no, got to be before. Man. But appreciate it, man. And
thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
I don't know how to say that. Okay, we're going to end it right there.
All right,